Hey, what's going on, guys? I see Trades here, and today we're going over a technical analysis breakdown on ticker symbol BBAI, Big Bear AI Holdings and Corporations. And guys, BBAI is really building up some serious momentum that we haven't seen since the prior high at $10.36. And now, guys, after we got shot down by that parabolic move, we've consolidated and we've formed this upwards pattern with this ascending support. So the next few days, 2 weeks of price action will show us how this trend will develop. And guys, BBAI is a very volatile stock prone to these parabolic moves. So before we get further into this daily, we're going to take a look at the weekly to get a broader perspective. Now, guys, on the weekly time frame, we get a clearer picture of how volatile BBAI is. BBAI, as well as many small cap stocks, behave like this with periods of times where it's not really doing much, and then seemingly out of nowhere, price just goes on these parabolic like runs you see in the past a few times where price hasn't done much, it's slowed down, then boom, out of nowhere, huge moves, guys. So guys, analyzing the more recent time frame on this weekly chart, this huge spike right here, we see volume go crazy, right? Once we had that spike, and it's remaining very high, right? This kind of ascending volume here, guys, as we continue to, after that breakdown, continue to slightly rally up. We have this volume supporting us while we're doing so. And so starting around that November area, right, guys, we build up, we blow up to that $10 level, and volume comes right with it, a huge spike in volume. And we see price reach that 1036 high, get crushed back all the way down to this $2.50 range as we have marked up here. While all of this is happening, volume spiked on that push up, and volume's ascending while we've gotten pulled back and we're recovering. It's ascending, which is a very good sign that buyers are stepping back in, trying to push the price higher. And after getting pushed back to that $2.50 range, we see price rally back to around that $4 price at $3.90 to be exact, getting close to that $4.50 resistance where ultimately the bulls are trying to push it over, hold this ascending support, push over, and retest that $5 limit after that. So now keep in mind, guys, while price has gone on that parabolic run and reversal, now in a slight pullback phase from that reversal, volume is still very strong, which can be a good indicator that we are gearing up for more. Now, there is a lot of chop on the weekly, but we can notice that there is a clear ascending support as well as a rough trend line above that support. So guys, this could get exciting since in the past we've seen BBAI break out of these giant moves, right? Kind of just playing around, consolidating on the weekly, breaking out to these giant moves. And the more recent one, we have a very obvious consolidation range with ascending support of some sort. Very volatile, very choppy, and then a giant move out. This one is a little bit more tame. It's not as choppy as this one, not as volatile, I would say, but it is following that ascending support very nicely, trying to test those prior levels. Guys, there is a lot of room to the upside as long as price continues rallying and holding that ascending support and ultimately getting over that $4.50 level. Even that $10 high isn't out of the question given how BBAI has acted in the past and continues to be a very volatile stock. So as long as the bulls are pushing it higher and especially above those support zones, holding this ascending support, there's no reason not to break through that and have some parabolic move up to around that $7 area to these $10 highs definitely isn't out of the question, guys. So guys, zooming out, giving a better perspective, for the entire time that BBAI has been IPO'd, we haven't seen this type of volume that we've seen starting in November of 2024. Up until now, guys, the volume stayed pretty tame overall, and we've seen this giant spike in volume, and now this ascending volume, as we can see right there, guys, very obvious ascending volume. So guys, ultimately what that tells us is that there is a lot more action going on with the stock. It's getting a lot more attention, a lot more people jumping into the stock, possibly buyers, as this goes up. Now, guys, to you back to the daily chart, what I want to point out right away is this trend line around this $5 level where price got rejected, retested, and gapped over with volume to support it, right? We see price come up, get rejected, price try to retest around that area, get rejected, and then boom, we're right back to it, gap up. And as traders, what we want to keep an eye on is that $5 level as well as a clean break above this $4.50 level resistance to watch for a retest of that $5 zone. So a breakout of this descending trend line here, a retest of that 450 holding nicely above it, and then ultimately a nice retest over that $5 limit. If we can get over that $5 very strongly, guys, and it's not a fake out, definitely room to this $6.70 limit as well as this $10 range, guys. And then on the daily gives us a better look at this ascending support. Since mid-April, guys, price has been strong, moving up and using this clear ascending support. The support is holding very strong with no days of price action, even slightly getting below it. Very strong support, bouncing right off of it, going up, coming down, bouncing right off of it. And you guys can see how many times it's actually touched the support and bounced off of it. So very strong support there, guys. And what that ultimately tells us, guys, is that buyers are in control here, moving the price up. Sellers try to push it down. We stay up higher, creating a higher low, keep on moving up. And this is what you want to see as bulls, guys. A continuation on this ascending support. It's a very strong one. We've touched various times and held strongly. So where we're at now is a possible bounce off once again and a retest of that $4.50 point. Guys, on the flip side, there's always a possibility of a false breakout given the amount of tension in that $4.50 and $5 zone. So keep an eye out for that. And also, if we break that ascending support, guys, price can't hold that. Definitely likely to return to that $3.50-ish area where price consolidated for some time, guys. If we can't hold up at that consolidation zone, we're probably coming down to that $2.80 level or even the low of this trend line. Overall, though, guys, there are a lot of bullish signs here, and we can't deny that nasty sell-off, after that huge run up to that $10 level. You can't deny that, but at the same time, guys, prices held very strongly in the support zone, and buyers are stepping in as we see volume ramping up. So, guys, we have various bullish signs, and there's no reason not to be bullish on the daily, especially if this ascending support continues to hold up. So now, guys, take you to the hourly. You can see how strong this ascending support actually is. You can see it touches the bottom of that support, has a very nice overextended type of run. So we pull back, we touch that support once again, try to get above it, come back down, touch it once again for some hours, and we bounce off once again, going to that trend line area, trying to touch it around that $4.50, come back down, consolidate for some time. We touch that support, bounce off. Same thing happens. We touch it and we get above that $4.50 resistance for a little bit, guys, but we come back down, retrace back down, bounce off once again. And we are currently trying to bounce off that support for another time. So for the bulls, guys, you have to like what you're seeing here. A very, very strong support. It only makes sense to bounce here and retest that $4.50 level and try to get above that because of how strong the support has been. Just kind of stair stepping, after that overextended run, just coming back down, stair stepping our way all the way up. So it would make sense to see, another retest at that point before trying to crash back down, use that support once again. So for the bears, you want to see this ascending support finally collapse. Or if we did get that bounce off and try to get to that $4.50 level, as a bear, you want to see it double top, right? That would be a bad sign for the bulls. Come back down, maybe support doesn't hold, and then we see a further move down. But overall, guys, for the bulls, you have to like what you're seeing here on the hourly chart. Very clean, very, very strong support. And I think we are headed for a retest of that $4.50 level. All right, guys, that wraps up the breakdown on BBAI. We've got strong volume, clear ascending support across all time frames, and key resistant levels in sight. Make sure to watch for a bounce off that ascending support and a move towards that $4.50 level, and possible consolidation and a move up to that $5 resistance level before any parabolic move that we may be able to see. So if you enjoyed and found value in this video, consider liking and subscribing, as I'll be continuing to cover BBAI as well as other major tickers. Trade smart, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.